Thank you for listening to the Field Project. Everything we've done here for 10 years, whether it be at YouTube or Facebook, or it all started at MySpace. So we've been officially censored, and I'll show you all those censored links in the description box below because we did move everything over to Vimeo. And we were prepared for this, but I have to tell you, I don't know that I was prepared for the other concerns. And a lot of things happen when you're making other plans. That's a quote I read in 1991. So I want to tell you a little bit about our story about eschatology, because I've talked about the third watch and why I did the third watch, because I started studying eschatology after I served in basic training. I found that very interesting topic. I had no real knowledge of it. But I did notice that at that time, the things that we would talk about, the things we talk about today, we actually knew about this. It's not the first time you heard about eschatology. I'm sure of you, some of you who follow these news reports, but I got to be careful because the algorithms and everything that's going on and the implementation of this systematic mind control or propaganda, however you call it. I don't know where you're at with it, but it's one of those things. But we don't even have a monetized site. So that was the whole deal. So we don't talk about these controversial topics as often as we should. And I always stayed away from it because I figured, I'm trying to do the noble thing and not use this channel as a paid advertising channel. And, people make shameful plugs and they have advertisers, and why not do that? I just decided not to because in good faith, I have this, to me, when I do things, I don't want to profit off of people's suffering. That's kind of what I end up with, and that's kind of what happened. But at the same time, I know that you have to make a living and you have to pay your bills. So if you want to give to any of the projects we work on, we have different projects, so you might want to give to our, kids program initiative. We've been working with state legislators in Pennsylvania, or if you want to work on a media project or some of the other things we do, we have several different projects, and it's under a student education tool. So this is all for educational purpose. We call it the Amateur Radio Network. So if you go over to Vimeo, you'll know that that's where we're parking ourselves. But I decided that that's the best way to explain what we've done in the 10 years in a nutshell on the internet. Have I used my social media, Facebook page to bombard it? Yes, I have. I admit it. I made sure that I threw everything at that. And I did it on purpose because I was annoyed to no end. Yeah, so if you saw my notifications blow up on your phone and you unfriended me, then I admit, yes, I did. I was so annoyed by the Illuminati jagoff. Because here we call it jagoffs. The jagoffs that do this to us, okay, they put us in these situations. First of all, they offered it as a free site. Sign up, let's go meet up with friends you didn't want to see, family you didn't want to see. Force yourself to post that thing. And then TMI, one of those things where you put out way too much information. We've all been guilty of it, and we lost a lot of friends in the process. But here we are. We've learned. We've licked our wounds. Been winded. Yes, we've done a lot wrong here. But it's not enough to punish people for wanting to start a channel and make a living, okay? Because, people are out of work and you're struggling and you want to do something with your life, right? And you don't want to just sit home and collect SSI checks, right? So in good faith, I wanted to do this with noble reasons. But at the end of the day, I didn't monetize my site. And I still get censored. So it just goes to show you, for all those out there that do get monetary benefits from this, even they're censoring people like myself who use YouTube as an educational tool for film school. Okay, that's the bottom line. I've worked in the background. I didn't even do talk radio. I actually had to learn how to do this job because I realized if I had a headset and I'm working on a stage, I might have to jump in and fill in. And that's where it kind of started with me. Okay, now I also know on the other side, on the receiving end, if I'm have my earplugs in and I got to jump in and do talk radio, which I've had to learn how to do this. I was not a good communicator, and I'm still not that good. Okay, I didn't come from a background with good communicators. I admit we're really kind of we don't know how to discuss a topic without feeling a little awkward. And there's a lot to overcome. And one of those things I learned through this whole experience of trying to get on a channel and start a YouTube channel is that I failed miserably in a lot of areas. Like, I didn't really know about the advertising ideas. I tried to learn how to do it, but over time, what I've learned is my strength is videography. I'm getting better at that. And obviously talk radio, I'm getting better at that too. But there's some things I'm just not comfortable talking about. Like, I really don't understand geopolitics. I'm doing my best to figure it out. I don't even understand earth science. I don't know. I was not a science major, so me talking quantum physics is a stretch, but I am learning, and that's what I came here to do, and what I've tried to accomplish. But I got censored in the process, and I just find that funny. So anyway, yeah, I don't have a monetized site, never did, and I've asked other people to give generously because there's no obligation that anybody has to give to me or do anything for me for that matter. I'm a total stranger, and why would anyone want to give to a total stranger? I know we have good causes and we have projects, and that's the breakdown for it, but really I'm shocked that we were censored because we don't even ask. Well, we don't do advertising. Maybe we should have. And that bums me out because I realized that I may have missed the boat. Instead of being so noble, I realized that I come from a long history of Democrats. And one of the hardest things for me to break through is realize I don't have to feel guilty for asking for help or obligated when I really haven't signed anything. I haven't signed up for anything just to be censored. And that was the whole deal, is that this was all free to get us caught up in it enough where now the object of social media is concerned. Sadly enough, I did not sign up for social media. And if you would have told any of us that we would be giving them free plugs to gather our data just so they could use on it, I would have thought you were crazy 10 years ago. But looking at what it is today and having signed up for this crap, did we volunteer for this bullshit? Because I certainly did not realize that we were signing up for all this crap. Yes, it looks like we were kind of had. They call it scam. They call it like a lot of things. I don't really quite know. This might be censored too. I don't even know if this will get on YouTube, but it will be on Vimeo. Okay. And I don't know how long it lasts. There's entirely way too much news to keep up with, and I think that's done on purpose. Yeah, we've got that far. I'm slow, but not that slow. Obviously, we have been confronting challenges. So if you would like to support us on any of the projects, look for that information in the description box below. Thank you. Our field projects are part of the Amateur Radio Network.